everyone, this is Nick of YB Gaming, bringing you my long-awaited review of Microsoft's Elite controller for the Xbox One. Now, I know it took a while to bring you guys this video, but I wanted to make sure that I tested it thoroughly on a variety of games before providing my opinions. Now, I'm going to start off with the build quality and design. The Elite controller is generally much higher quality than the regular Xbox One controller, as most of it is made of metal. This gives it a weightier feel, which is actually much nicer for gaming than you might expect. The front is covered in a slick, matte black finish that feels velvety smooth in the hands. Conversely, the back features textured rubber grips to prevent the controller from slipping. Some might see this as overkill, but it actually makes a great difference when using the controller. On top is a micro USB port, and the bottom features Microsoft's proprietary connector, as well as a standard 3.5mm headphone jack. But the real cool factor of the Elite controller lies with the controls themselves, and the various ways that they can be customized. The only buttons that remain the same are the bumpers, which feel as satisfyingly clicky as ever, the ABXY buttons, and the menu and sync buttons. The joysticks, D-pad, and triggers are all customizable and unique. There are also 4 additional paddles which can be added to the back of the controller and mapped to other buttons. The left and right triggers feature locks, which allow the user to vary the amount of travel each of them have. Everything else can be customized using detachable pieces, which are held on by some very reliable magnets. The alternative joysticks and pads can all be found in the included protective case, which in itself is quite nice. The controller also features a nicely sized USB cable if you prefer gaming with a physical connection. Now, there are 2 types of joystick, an awesome new D-pad, as well as the aforementioned 4 paddles. If you wish to further customize or fine-tune any of the details of the controller, you can do so on your Xbox One and save your customizations as presets, which can be selected using the switch in the middle of the controller. Everything feels great in the hand and all the pieces stay together without any issue, providing the user with a great deal of customizability. But how does this translate to gameplay? Well, for the most part, really well. Like I said before, the weightiness and grips of the controller are actually awesome, especially for long gaming sessions. I actually have a tough time going back to the regular Xbox controller now, as they just don't feel as good in the hand. The adjustable trigger locks are very useful for tailoring the controller for different types of games. For example, leaving them fully unlocked, as in a traditional controller, is great for games like Forza or in shooters when using automatic weapons. In those situations, it feels more natural to have more of a throttle progression or trigger-like feel. However, I found that engaging the locks and thus reducing the trigger throw was great in situations that require fast, precise presses, like using semi-automatics in shooters. The new D-pad is simply awesome. While I like the feel of the original D-pad, this one just blows it out of the water for me, with a great contact area for your thumb. I prefer it in just about any situation. The joysticks are great as well. The extra tall ones are great for situations which require slower, extra precise movements. The medium height ones provide a nice balance between speed and precision, and also feature nicely rounded tops, which can sometimes be more comfortable than the traditional grips. A combo that I like to use for shooters is replacing the right thumbstick with the medium height round-tipped one and adjusting the trigger locks as is appropriate for the situation. Finally, there are the paddles. Admittedly, these were what I was most excited for when I first got the Elite controller, but also what I had the most difficult time using. Don't get me wrong, they aren't bad by any means. They just require that you adjust your grip so you don't accidentally press them when you don't want to. Luckily, they can be shut off by double tapping the sync button on top of the controller if you're prone to this. After using them for a bit, I can definitely see their usefulness, as they allow you to do things without removing your thumbs from the joysticks. I also thought they were pretty intuitive for things like manually shifting in Forza Motorsport 6, somewhat replicating the feel of paddle shifting a car in real life. So far, this all sounds great. So what are the downsides? Well, it depends. If you're really short on cash, the Elite controller definitely isn't the most cost-effective way to play your games, coming in around $150 US and even more in Canada, where I live. However, if you have the money to spend on one or plan on buying a new Xbox One Elite bundle like I did, then I can honestly say that the controller is 100% worth it. It feels great in the hand and the customizability is awesome. It really doesn't have any downsides. For those reasons, I give it a 5 out of 5. If you want to know more or you're on the fence, make sure to check out our unboxing of the Elite bundle and my review of the Elite console. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please hit those like and subscribe buttons. It really helps us out, and tell us what you thought in the comments. Until next time guys, this has been Nick of YB Gaming. Have a great day. Bye.